Hello, fringers. The following podcast may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chaos Incorporated, our happy little bi-weekly podcast that is now in Season 3. Yay, Season 3. For the Identico Cyberpunk Tabletop RPG, I am once again joined by our wonderful cast. First out to shoot, the man, the myth, the legend, Caleb, playing Zed Lane.
I think bone frenzy might be a term open to coarse misinterpretation, personally.
I think so too. And next, it is our good friend Kaylee, playing Ch0wn.
Don't get your panties in such a twist. Give me back mine.
Oh, daggone. As always, I am your game runner. I am Alex the Humanoid. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for the bits, Necron. I really appreciate that. I am going to do something we don't normally do on the show. I am going to throw out a little bit of a content warning, as I was duly advised by one of my fellow castmates here. Probably about halfway through the episode, we're going to get into a little bit of heavier stuff. And so if you are sensitive to certain types of topics, maybe go back and watch on YouTube so you can kind of skip around. But there is a content warning for this
episode. The letters SA may be involved lightly. So just be aware.
Yes.
Doing push-ups so I can handle this heavy content.
As a note, Alex took both of us aside and we all discussed this beforehand. So the scenes are completely consensual. But so just in case there's a trigger, we wanted you guys to know.
We wanted you all to know. Last episode, the team reeled from the taking of Stitches and Maxi's sudden incapacitation as a fire. Meltdown is a good way to put it. And there was a interesting confrontation between Maxi and Zed, where Zed had to kind of put the law down. And by the way, if you've missed any of these episodes, go back and watch them on youtube.com/Identico. You can catch up right there. But the team drove on, grabbed some information about some of the researchers in the lab they're looking to break into, grabbed some information about some people that can get some stuff, and they're planning a party. I mean a big party, because they need to get some stuff. And the best way to get stuff is to get people messed up and with their inhibitions down. And so we're now into the Thursday of that week, and that's where we're going to pick up tonight's episode. You all wake up the next day, and the snoring coming from Maxi's room can be heard through the walls.
I think when Zed comes out of his room, Ch0wn is already sitting at the table, like in the common area with a cup of coffee, which is odd because they don't drink a lot of coffee. It's more normally like other caffeinated beverages. But they've kind of got like one hand to their forehead, just rubbing their forehead and just nursing a cup of coffee.
Yeah, so Zed did his morning routine in his room, all of his facial skincare, came out in nice casual morning get up, ready to make some breakfast. Hears this, sees Ch0wn. Has this been going on all morning? Is he just out?
You kind of hear him like almost like stop breathing.
We should probably get him checked for sleep apnea at some point.
We got robots for that now, right? Does it zap him with something?
Probably. I'm really not up on my biology. No, that's been going on since, well, he got up around 2:30. Boofed and rallied, and then fell back into bed around 3:30.
You do find an empty bottle of vodka and an empty bottle of cranberry juice sitting on the counter.
By the signs of that, that's what brought him back to this state. So I don't think we're going to see him today, and I'm barely awake as it is.
Cool. Super productive for everything we have to do.
Yeah,
Yay.
Well, it's not, I guess it's no big loss. He wouldn't tell me anything anyway, so.
I mean, it's frustrating.
You guys had it out, though.
Yeah, because he was being a little shit. And he still is. I want to go throw something at him while he's asleep.
He probably wouldn't notice.
Exactly. Could go give him a makeover while he's out. Clean up some of those pores.
I mean, we could. Could we?
We could. I just don't want to deal with him right now. Honestly.
Yeah.
If he, I mean, I get it.
I don't even think I can stay in this apartment for too much longer. Look, we need to come up with a plan for Saturday.
Then you hear something else. And he's yelling in German.
I didn't know he knew German.
The only German I know is the guy who sells me like bratwurst.
After he yells for a minute, you hear him go back to.
Okay. All right. Why don't we could go and get some breakfast at one of the cafes?
I guess it technically brunch since it's almost noon.
That's fine. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, fine. Ch0wn gets up and dumps the coffee, which has been cold because they haven't been really drinking it, and changes, comes back out in like Russian mobster sweats.
Oh, straight up Adidas style.
Mm-hmm. Like, doesn't care. Just
is this like a velvet plush tracksuit?
Yeah, it's like a almost violet blue with two bright white stripes down the sleeves and legs.
I absolutely love it.
So Zed just looks at Ch0wn.
Wait, what kind of shoes is Ch0wn wearing?
Ch0wn is wearing. I'm torn between what I think they would actually wear and what would make Caleb twitch the most, and I'm gonna go with what I think they're actually wearing. And they're probably wearing like black high tops.
Nice.
With rainbow laces.
So like Chuck All-Stars.
Yeah.
With rainbow laces.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
But they're blacked out. So it's the black logo, the black everything.
Yep.
So Zed just looks at this. I don't. Why do you do this to yourself?
It's my workout clothes. I really can't be bothered. I've even taken a shower. I'm not going to get dressed. Do you want to
weirdly stylish, Zed?
Like, I get it. Hide in plain sight. No, you're going to blend in with everybody out there. I get it.
Vegas.
But also, I think maybe I want to tiptoe on these lines. I don't want to impose any thoughts on you.
Are you going to be like this until I get dressed correctly?
I'm just saying when you take care of the outside, the inside works better.
Ch0wn turns around and goes back into their room. You hear a shower come on.
Why is it so hard?
About 15 minutes later, they come out. Their hair is currently black, and it's styled decently, like no product or anything like that, but it's combed, it's neat. Tight blue jeans. Let me think. It's going to be hot today, so I think that they're actually wearing like a crop top tank that says "Go Sports Team" on it across the chest.
I love it.
And it's just plain white with like a blue Go Sports Team across it.
See, don't you feel better?
I'm more awake.
There you go. Little steps. Little steps. Come on. There's a bunch of cafes here inside the hotel. I know a good one. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
So you get downstairs and head to what is marketed as the best breakfast spot. You're ushered straight to a two-top table. That is a pink marble with this wrought iron base, two wrought iron chairs with these very comfortable, like maroon cushioned seats. The waiter goes, "Can I start you with the bottomless mimosas?"
I just need coffee right now, please. Like a Vietnamese.
You know what? Yeah, go for that.
Okay.
Really?
One
Two.
Vietnamese coffee.
And do for both of us.
Okay, two Vietnamese coffees. And how about a platter of beignet to start?
No. To the bottomless mimosas to go with his Vietnamese coffee.
Very good. And a platter of the beignet.
Please.
Very good. Please look over the menus and let me know if you need anything else. And the waiter scurries away.
Zed,
Ch0wn.
what's a beignet?
It's a donut.
Oh, why don't they just say donut then?
Because you can charge more when you use fancy words.
It's not really a donut.
I mean, we don't they don't charge more for crawlers. I mean, I guess if they get like the fancy donuts, then I guess. So is
That's
this
what I'm saying.
maybe it's a fancy donut?
Very fancy donut.
So it's probably got like jelly in it or something.
He comes back about 2 minutes later with a pitcher with the mimosa premixed, two champagne glasses, your very small Vietnamese coffee, and a platter of beignets. They are just the perfect, delectable, like 1 inch by 2 inch size, generously sprinkled with confectioner sugar over the top, and the smell on them is intoxicating. He goes, "We've put in our own raspberry comfy injection on top of the sugar, also fresh out of the fryer, so they should still be very, very warm. Please be careful. And if you'd like some breakfast recommendations, I love the Eggs Benedict. We also have a very wonderful Supreme Omelet. Would you like a few more minutes with the menu?"
I know what I want. Ch0wn?
I'll go with the Supreme Omelet extra green pepper, please.
Very good. Wonderful choice. And you, sir?
And can I do like a crab cake, Benny?
Oh, yes. We can substitute out the English muffin for a crab cake underneath. Would you like a hollandaise
Yes.
or béarnaise sauce?
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise. Very good. Wonderful taste, sir. Please flag me down if you need anything. Here's some of our fresh sparkling water in this pitcher here. You may self-pour. And if you need anything, please, don't hesitate.
Thank you.
Give me a perception check.
Who?
Both of you.
Oh. I should get my character sheet out.
In case
21.
the audience forgot, we're playing a role-playing
This is
game.
a role-playing game.
I know my perception is though, so I'm okay. 23.
Both of you notice the manager has basically is gesturing to your table, and you're still in Joe's hotel.
Mhm.
Right? So he's motioning to the waitstaff at your table. It's like, keep a close eye.
Right here in River City.
You have a glass of mimosa in front of you, Ch0wn. It is perfectly mixed. The right 50-50 measurement on that.
Yeah, Ch0wn will just kind of sip on it and
Do you
Look at
try the
Zed.
beignets?
oh yeah. Once I'm sure that they're not like steaming hot and will
Oh, yeah.
burn, I will definitely.
The confectioner sugar just provides that right texture with the crunch of the deep fried dough and just a squirt of the raspberry into your mouth as you bite down on it.
Tasty.
Ch0wn like brushes off their top. It's like, glad I didn't go with the dark blue.
See, I told you. That's why you gotta get dressed. That powdered sugar would have been all over that
Isn't that accessorizing though?
workout gear.
Zed, you know it's my workout gear. You've worked out with me.
Yeah, but it's just kind of lazy.
We weren't going to be leaving the hotel.
Look, look, part of our job is how we present ourselves. That's armor. That's offensive weaponry. The way we walk into a room, the way we own the room, the way we face down the people that are talking to us. That's like the opening shots. This is what we got to do.
Zed, are you? This is a weird turn of phrase, and out of character, this is a weird turn of phrase. Are you always on character? I mean, just like
We have to be.
it's just you and me right now in a hotel.
So
We're having
okay.
breakfast.
There's always someone watching. We're in Vegas. There's 1,000 million Googleplex eyes on us right now.
Yeah.
The way we carry ourselves is weaponry. If we want to shock and awe, if we want to underplay and hope they...
That's what I'm doing. Underplaying. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I guess I gave you that one. Okay, fine. That's a freebie. You can have that one.
Ch0wn lifts their glass and tilts it to you.
I'll clink it with the coffee.
The Vietnamese.
But for me, I have to be 100% all the time. No off times. No rest.
Isn't that exhausting?
Yes. I'm fucking tired. All the time.
So even in our rooms, you're always on. So is Zed as much of a character as Bosco?
A long time ago, a very wise person once said, "Everything is drag. Everything we do is a persona, is a show, whether that is for where the audience is around us or whether it's just me putting on a fucking show."
Life's a show and we all play our part.
Yeah.
Zed, you sip your Vietnamese iced coffee and it's got the right amount of bitterness with the sweetness back end of the condensed milk.
Mm-hmm.
This was handcrafted.
Good. I wave at the waiter and just indicate like a second one.
He inclines his head in like a slight bow.
And I knock it back. All right. So we've got some work to do for Saturday. Do you want to focus on that? Do you want to poke at anything else that's bugging you? Like,
Well, I'm kind of worried about, is it just going to end up being you and me taking care of Saturday? We can't count on Maxi right now. I've never seen him like this. And this has been our life for the past year and a half now.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, take this the wrong way, but if you got drunk and went on a bender, I'd roll with it. This super secretive, close to the vest, drunken fool. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, yeah, it's something to do with his ex, I guess, but.
So a while back, he told me a little bit, very bare bones. And I feel like for him, it was opening up a lot, but for me, it was nothing. He said it ended very badly. He said that was a real tough time in his life. He feels like he's a completely different person than that younger version of himself.
Okay.
I think that had something to do with why he got rid of some of his cyber. And I think there's just so many bad memories. It's just really throwing him for a loop, which on one hand, I get it. we all deserve that time to struggle and deal with our past, but also we're on a fucking time crunch. Like, we got to get this work done. So I think you and I have to figure out how to move ahead in a worst case scenario where it's just you and me. And if he gets his shit together and doesn't do this again, then we can add him into the mix easily. Which I'm sure frustrates you. I'm sorry.
Well, and what about that's now? What about the future? Like, how do we go back to when we were in Texas, I fully believed that, that if I was in trouble, you guys would show up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which you were.
Go see those episodes on YouTube. Voice from above. But now I just don't. That surety isn't there anymore. It's almost like one of those never meet your heroes type things, except I thought I knew who Maxi was.
Yeah.
The waiter pops by with your food. I'm sorry, am I interrupting? I can come back.
No.
No. Food is good.
For you, the poached eggs over crab cakes with the hollandaise sauce, and the supreme omelet with extra green peppers. Also, our chef, he put on a piece of his own special spice blend over the cheese. We hope you enjoy. If not, he will make you it again.
May I inquire as to the spice mix?
I'm sure it's proprietary.
His proprietary mix, but he is certain that you like it, but will remake it with his compliments if it does not fit your palate.
Very well.
Oh, before you go, I'm feeling really peckish today. Could I get like eggs over easy, really thick, buttery rye bread? Maybe some grits and cheese.
Did you need that to go, sir?
No, we're going to be here for a while.
You can send it up to when we leave, is what he means, I believe. Or you're just going to send it up to the room?
I thought we were going to be here working.
Right. Are you sending it up to the room then?
No, I'm hungry now. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're eating two breakfasts.
Very
crab
good,
cakes. Crab cakes and Benny's like an appetizer, man.
All right.
Very good, sir. Yes, I will have the chef begin working on that right now.
Thank you.
And he brings the second Vietnamese coffee.
I mean, there's a lot of calories in that hollandaise sauce. I mean,
hey,
the whole thing.
Cheat day, baby cakes.
Apparently, yeah, I got it.
So you begin digging in. The food is as good as advertised. The hollandaise is creamy with just the right amount of bite on the back end. The crab cakes are fresh, flown in crab. Like, it's that
nice.
The omelet is thick but light at the same time, right? Where it's that thick omelety thing, but the eggs have been whipped so hard that you like. It's like
they really aerated the cream part of it. They put a little cream in and aerated it really well.
It's like biting air with taste.
Mm-hmm. So we tuck in for a little bit, and after maybe 5-10 minutes of eating, Zed will finish up a bite and kind of motion with his fork. So I think part of what we have to do is accept each other's flaws. As much as we trust each other, as much as we have each other's backs to complete this mission and protect each other, I think we're at a point where, and I take another bite. I think we're at a point where we're maybe being a little bit more vulnerable with each other.
Ch0wn finishes refilling the champagne glass with a second mimosa. That would be great if it was happening everywhere. I don't know. It feels like, and I'm not throwing stones, I'm not casting blame, but ever since Stitches joined the group, Maxi went gaga. I don't know if it's just like gun bunny porn type things that they're both into or whatever, but ever since then, he's been off his game. Yeah, maybe that's a vulnerability thing, but whereas the three of us were a very tight-knit unit, there was everything. I mean, shit, all the things I'm going through, and you guys were just completely, you worked on me until I told you. Okay. I told you everything that happened, you know, all the weird shit. And Ch0wn's kind of looking around, being circumspect with their words.
No one's paying attention.
I don't know that. Remember,
You see a
everybody's
lot
watching.
of you see a lot of hungover fucking people.
Yeah, but everybody's watching. Ch0wn's throwing that back at Zed because Zed just literally said that 5 minutes ago.
I know.
But I feel like Maxi is now so he found his person. Great. That's wonderful. Happy for them. But now that person is not around. We're not his people anymore. We're not in the circle of trust. So now he's off getting hammered because a mysterious ex has appeared. We didn't know about that. Okay, that's fine. Isn't really our business, I guess. But this entire scenario with his employer, shall we say, that's been going on the whole time, and not a word. And yet, Stitches is all part of this now. It's like, wow, just. And Ch0wn mumbles this next line very into a bite of their food. Must have a magical vagina on that girl.
So I completely agree with you. 100%.
About the magic or the
I mean everything.
I don't know about the latter. I've never had an opportunity. I've never had an opportunity to find out.
It's got to be. Anyway, I agree with you. Remember a while back, I had a little bit of a moment, and I told you
which time. Okay, there were a lot of moments. I mean, I remember the moment in the identical tower. We had the moment on the one tower where everything was going to blow up. We had a moment in your bedroom. We had a moment of vulnerability in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, okay. Where I was yelling about my dad.
I remember that part very much.
Okay. A big part of what I had to learn was that if you hold people to a standard of perfection that they have set for themselves, when they need to change, when they need to go through something, if we don't let them go through that and still support them, it makes that breakdown a million times worse. And whatever Maxi is going through, I think the battle he is fighting internally is so much worse than what you and I see. Because I think a very big part of him still wants to be the reliable, consistent, supportive force that you and I need. And something in him is broken and is not letting that happen right now. And if he didn't recognize that, I don't think he would be upstairs blitzed out of his mind. He knows something is wrong and he is finding the wrong Band-Aid. I want to trust that if we don't put more pressure on him, he will be able to recover faster.
I guess my point is, at this point, I thought we kind of helped each other recover. And that's literally what you guys have told me the last 3 times this happened to me. When Apex left, when Stitches left the first time. Okay, this time it's not her fault, to be fair. Ch0wn looks at their glow. It's like still nothing. But I want to help him, but he's doing everything. It seems like he's almost being intentionally abrasive. Like, if he could think of a better way to push people away, I don't think he could improve upon what he's doing.
He's definitely real good at what he does. You're right. Everybody fucks up, kid. Everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. I'm not that much younger than you are. I'm going to be 30 soon.
We can't fix it. You and I sitting here over this delicious breakfast cannot fix him. He is not.
You've now finished your first round. He's brought the second thing. Ch0wn, have you eaten any more of the beignets?
Probably had a couple of them.
Okay.
But didn't go crazy on them.
When he brings back the second thing, he goes, were the beignets not to your liking? We could bring you a different pastry.
I'm not really a raspberry fan, and also I really don't want to have to work them all off later. I'm glad you didn't have lemon, because that would have been horrible.
He kind of blanches at the lemon comment, like, why would we do such a thing?
I'm still getting to him. Don't worry. Don't take him away. I'm going to get to him.
He goes, I have another coffee if you're ready for it, sir.
Please. Yeah, keep him.
He replaces the pitcher of mimosas. Like, you haven't even finished it. He still replaces it.
Now it's cold again.
Yep. He goes, obviously, compliments of the team. Again, the chef would like to know if there's anything you need. This is what, like, both your, like, alarm bells are going off. You are getting more attention than anybody else in this restaurant.
No, I think we're actually ready for the check at this point.
We can have it charged to the room.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. If you would just please, he pulls out a glow. Initial the gratuity size. There's a standard like 15, 20, 25, and then insert your own.
I'll slide it up to 35.
He like almost like full on bounce. He's like, oh, very generous, sir. Thank you very much. If there was anything you need, please feel free to get my attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Zed, you get a message. I forgot. Do you have Qualcomm?
Yeah, you and I are the only ones that do.
That's right. You get a quick Qualcomm link. It's like, they're really kissing our ass, aren't they?
Well, they're two great asses to kiss.
Should we go somewhere else if we're going to be talking about this kind of thing?
Yeah. We can go for a walk.
Out loud, Ch0wn's like, why don't we go for a walk?
I would like that.
You finish off your coffee and kind of down the last of your bit of glass of mimosa and head toward the front. Are you heading north or south on this trip?
I think Ch0wn would decide to go north because north would be slightly cooler. I mean, Ch0wn's from Buenos Aires, but It's ridiculous here in Las Vegas.
It's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. You spend the next couple hours kind of wandering through, like, they have actually quite a selection of like art galleries and collectible places and things like that, places to shop. You spend a couple of bucks. At one point you're stopping for a glass of water at like a little, it's a sidewalk kind of cafe outside of the Bellagio, but it's got these spritzing water things above it to cool you off. And, it's an oxygen bar and water bar. When you get a text from Adelaide.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. What's it say?
You're having a party, ?
She wants to know why we're partying.
Did she text Zed or did she text Ch0wn?
Zed.
Oh, then I don't know.
I show it to you. I 100%. Oh, look, boss wants to come. I respond.
We haven't come up with a theme yet, so it's a little early to be asking for an invite.
You had sent somebody after this, though, Zed's assistant.
Yeah. I respond back. Yeah. How many pluses do you need on the guest list, boss?
You get back.
Big smiley face.
I'm actually invited to this one.
Why not?
She goes, okay, serious. Are you inviting me to invite me to a party, or are you inviting me because you want backup?
Porque no los dos. No, we're fine from an operational standpoint. If you want to come hang out, please do.
He's saying.
I'm look.
She goes, what's the
get
thing?
over my shoulder.
I'll just slave your glow to mine.
She says, what's the theme? I'm going to need a new outfit.
Oh, you definitely need a new outfit.
Wait, we've decided on a theme?
Oh, I didn't tell you?
No. And I wear the same dress that I wore when we were in the tower?
Nope.
What about the frat boys party?
Nope.
You're gonna make me go shopping, aren't you?
I'll go. I'll do it for you. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
I'll respond back.
Nothing with feathers.
No.
It's
obviously.
I hope you've forgiven us for the hat. Okay, at this point,
I will never forgive you. Look at
I will never forgive you.
Right in my eye. Right in my eyes. I will never forgive you for that.
And Ch0wn like gets up like nose to nose with you. It's like, I will never forgive you for the destruction of that hat.
I danced on those ashes and I laughed.
You bastard.
I'll do it again.
I bet you would.
And then I responded the text. Yeah, it's going to be a leather and lace BDSM night at the club.
Ch0wn's at this point getting some water and not paying attention anymore.
The only you get the like ... of writing, then deleting, then ... writing, then deleting, then ... writing, then deleting. And the only message you get back from Adelaide is noted.
I'll respond. Do I need to shop for you like I need to shop for Ch0wn?
And you get a message back. Dear God, no, I'm perfectly capable of finding that type of outfit for myself.
Thumbs up, boss.
The waiter comes over to give you some more fresh, like lemon water. And he goes, did I overhear? I've heard about this party that's going on Saturday. It's every promoter is talking about it. If you're looking for an outfit place, there's a place just north of here. It's a great boutique.
Oh, is that the Bosco party?
Yeah. Did you hear about it too?
I did.
My God, it's the talk of everybody right now. There's an awesome boutique just north of here.
Things move fast around here, apparently.
Yeah. Send me. What's the name of the shop? Send me a pin. We'll go check it out.
He drops you a pin to your glow. It literally is like a block north of you.
Yeah. I I give him a thumbs up and a thanks, and as we keep walking, I just delete it because my taste is 1,000 times better than that shop.
So where are you going to go shopping for Ch0wn, though?
I've got people
Probably not when Ch0wn is around, knowing
that do custom
Zed.
work for Bosco. Bosco doesn't shop off the rack.
Oh.
Designers create for Bosco.
You know Mr. Pierre, don't you?
As you continue, you play some table games at a couple casinos just to kind of kill some time, kind of let the
Can we do some of those big wheels? Like the big grand prize wheels that never ever pay out?
Immediately.
Yes.
Yes. A little bit of blackjack, a little bit of pie gow. Ch0wn warns you away from Spanish 21 because the odds on it are just the worst in the casino. At one point in the mid-afternoon, Joe texts you and says, "What's this I hear about a Bosco party? Am I invited?"
I'll wait. He texts Zed.
Yeah.
I'll respond back. I have no control over the guest list.
I love these parties.
Are you sure you're not on the guest list?
Let me check. Oh, I am on the guest list. Wonderful. I'll see you there. And then under that, in like a parenthetical, he says, "I presume this is part of our thing."
I'll just send him a winky face emoji.
Is that your jaw cracking, or did you actually go on purpose?
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, that's
It was definitely my jaw. Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
So where y'all heading next? It's getting to be about mid-afternoon, early evening. You're starting to feel a little peckish again, Zed.
Why don't we go over there?
Over where? There's
The
like
It says the Hideaway Burger Bar.
I see how many stars it has if on any kind of rating system.
It has a black hole.
It's a hole in the wall place. It's about Ch0wn spotted it via their tech head, right? And they've got like a tech head ad, right, for people who use tech heads. But the ratings say it's a good dive burger place with really strong drinks.
Yeah, why not? I'm hungry.
All right, head on in.
Yeah, so we'll go in. Should we sit at the bar? Should we sit at a table?
Yeah, table for now.
Yeah, all right, we'll just find a table.
So you grab a high top with a couple of bar stools. Someone who can only be described as buxom because you really can't notice it. Like they're G size.
Oof.
Right? She comes over. She's wearing a crop top. Like it's basically like an oversized bandana.
Right. So it's the same. And I think it's the same crop top that Ch0wn is wearing, different writing on it, but the size difference is just, it's barely there.
And she's wearing shorts, but that's a generous term. Like short shorts. And she walks up and she leans on the table.
Girl.
And she looks at both of you with just the biggest smile on her face. She goes, "Oh, look at these two cuties right here." She goes,
"I'm looking at those two cuties right there." Yep.
She goes, "You two need magic elixir and jalapeno poppers."
Do we?
You do.
Mozzarella sticks, not jalapeno poppers.
I'll bring you both.
Ravioli.
I'm telling you right now, we don't have fried ravioli, but the bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers are to die for.
Wait a minute. You said, okay, you added bacon to the equation. I'm willing to try.
Yeah.
Okay. So, bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, mozzarella sticks, and of course, and she pulls out from behind her as a girl walks behind her, hands her two off, these two like test tube looking things that are about this long, and it's filled with a blue liquid. She goes, "You up for it?"
I'm attempting to access my skill list. Is there a pharmacology skill?
No.
Can I roll Underworld to know what the hell this is?
I mean, this place being where it is, you don't think it's anything off grid. You think that, again, it's too close to strip and things like that. And everything's really heavily regulated around here. So they probably don't dose this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Ch0wn's slightly vanilla, and alcohol is kind of their like, oh, I'm being a bad person type thing. So if this is something stronger.
Come on. She puts the closed end in her mouth and like waves Ch0wn toward her.
What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, Ch0wn will take it.
So she uses her mouth to pour it into your mouth. It's probably grain alcohol mixed with raspberry curacao and blue food coloring. It doesn't.
What is it with raspberries today?
It does not taste terrible, but it is strong. And then she looks at Zed and she's like, "You're next, sweetie pie." She puts the closed end in her mouth.
So, nope, not gonna do that. I will also, Zed will also drink in the same way.
Okay. So she pours it into your mouth with her mouth. And then she gives you both a kiss on the cheek and says, "I'll be right back. Here are the menus. But we'll get those appetizers out to you right now."
Thank you.
And it is this in this moment where you're away from the glitz and some of the stuff that you're like, oh yeah, this is old Vegas. This is just, and you're looking around the bar and it is full of people who are like the hotel you're staying in and where you've been staying is super high end, very bougie, right? And the people who are staying there and the players who are playing there are very high rollers. This is very much working class Vegas, right? This is the people who are coming in from places like the Bay Metroplex, where they're the working class, the Midwest, a lot of grounders. You spot a lot of people Ch0wn with your tech head that are not chipped. These are people that come out of the wastes with trade barter, change it into temp souls, and are here to fucking go.
All right.
Like this is a little more rough and tumble than where you've generally been hanging out the last few days.
Dig it. That's cool.
What? Why did you bring us here?
Are you kidding? The ambiance here is amazing.
I felt safer in Texas.
Oh, I totally didn't.
Ugh.
But what? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Is it because there's no dress code, Zed?
I am moderately offended at some of these clothing choices. Yes.
Zed, it reminds you of the dive bar that you got into a fight in with Ch0wn and Apex.
Oh God. That was so
Silicon
long
City.
ago. That was like
it comes blasting into your memory.
Like a shipping container hole in the wall.
God,
that ambush bar fight you got into, which by the way, I think is like season 1, episode 4 or 5. For those who were wondering.
Very early.
Yeah, but it's that hole in the wall bar that Apex took you to. It reminds you of that with slot machines added.
I get that flashback, but I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't want to bring up Apex in this time of
Ch0wn, you get the same flashback.
Huh.
But it's comforting to you.
It's
familiar.
Zed, is this feeling a deja vu, except it's bigger? Remember Silicon City? The shipping container bar, you, me, and Apex?
Oh, okay. Yes. I didn't want to bring it up because I thought it would hurt your feelings or you would get sad.
Yeah.
And I thought you were feeling better. I didn't want to bring it up. But since you brought it up, I mean, this place is amazing compared to that place, but I still don't want to be in either.
I'll bet you the food will change your mind, though. And don't worry about it.
The food will change my stomach.
For the better.
Ugh.
And Apex will always be an important person to me, but she's made her choices at this point, and I'm just happy that she's alive and not mixed up in this.
I am too.
Because I know why she did what she did. Because by doing that, she took herself off the board, if that makes sense.
Definitely took herself off the board.
But she's not completely off the board. She's just hopefully flying undercover. So she's safe. That's important to me. And that's got to be enough.
We just have to accept it.
I do. Hence this discussion we're having.
Same thing with Maxi. We just have to accept it. It's
Get
shit.
a sugar packet in your face. It's closed.
It's greasy.
So right then,
yeah.
the waitress comes back with the jalapeno poppers wrapped in this just thick bacon.
Ugh.
Right? Not like the thin bacon, but like, and you can see the cream cheese like bubbling out the sides of the jalapenos. And the mozzarella sticks with like 2 big things of marinara. She goes, okay, so I forgot I was supposed to introduce myself. My name is Rebecca. And again, you two are just so cute.
We try.
Are you, well, or, are you open? Saying.
I don't know, honey. How did we define ourselves?
I think we're indefinable is what we decided upon.
That is the best way to be. She goes, okay, so are you going to be here for like a little bit or a long bit?
Dinner, dessert, couple drinks.
Sounds
moderately
wonderful.
long.
Okay, so you had the elixir. Now this is the special thing. She puts down these 2 like double tall shooters in front of you. She goes, "This is just mineral water with extra guarana and electrolytes. Like you've been out in that desert sun, you need the electrolytes. So try this. No alcohol. Okay. Scout's
Smart.
honor.
Science. That's science.
Right, and the guarana just." It's an energy boost. And as she lifts her hands up, you're like, well, there you go.
There's tectonics.
I'll lift the glass to Ch0wn for take a sip.
It's
Same.
a little salty, but it is like refreshing. Like it's freezing cold, but it's a shock to the system.
Ooh. Sends
Okay.
goosebumps.
She's
That's
like,
good.
It is my absolute favorite. Now, she's like, looking at you. You look like you're not going to go something super fatty. As she looks
Me?
at Zed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, our grilled chicken breast sandwich on our gluten-free po' boy, right? A little bit of Caesar dressing, right? Romaine lettuce, right? And feta cheese.
Okay. I can go for that. Sure.
Right up your alley.
Yeah. I feel like I can put that up my alley.
She goes, now, I have to tell you, a lot of people balk at this. The grilled Brussels sprouts with Montreal steak seasoning.
Oh, I love a grilled Brussels sprout.
All right, so that's your side.
Yeah.
And then she looks at you and she goes, sweetie.
I hate you, Alex. I really want grilled Brussels sprouts with Montreal steak seasoning right now.
That's the only way I make them. At home. That's literally how I make them at home. She goes, okay. She looks at Ch0wn. She goes, sweetie. She goes, you have been working out a lot. You need protein. She goes, 12-ounce baseball steak. Right? Perfectly grilled, medium rare, little bit of garlic butter on top, but the best spiced potatoes you have ever had, I promise.
Okay. You almost got me there. Spiced potatoes, yes. Protein, yes. But I'm going to do, and Ch0wn looks at the menu, the Big Daddy Popper Burger.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is the 18-ounce double steak burger. And we'll do American and Colby Jack, grilled onions, ketchup, mustard, pickles. Do the works.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, and medium rare.
Oh, now, okay, so here's what I'm looking at. Now that you've had the shot and you've had the second shot, right? The local Pilsner. It is refreshing. And very light, only 95 calories.
Sweet
It's got that.
tea?
It's got that special grain that those benevolent weirdos made.
I'm gonna pass on that.
I'm not a fan of Pilsners.
I've got a. She's like, are you like an IPA boy or are you like a Weizen boy?
What kind of sours you got?
Oh, I have a great blueberry sour. It is to die for.
I'm so glad you didn't say raspberry. Thank you.
Me too. I'll take one.
Blueberry sour's wonderful. All right, I'll be right back out with those. Try those jalapeno poppers. That bacon is, oh my God. And she wanders off.
Ch0wn peels the bacon off one of those and kind of like just kind of nibbles on the bacon. It's like, this is really good bacon. I think it's actually real.
There's no way it's real bacon. Not this dive.
Try it.
Try it.
I try the bacon.
If it's not real bacon, it is the best imitation you've ever seen.
Well, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Ch0wn, the mozzarella sticks are chewy and have that right amount of stretch on the cheese.
The pull is the thing.
The pull is the thing. And
nice.
The mozzarella is just the right level of salty.
Perfect.
Okay. The marinara, when you dip it, it's the right temperature. It's not cold, but it's almost like a just below room temperature. And it's just the right type of sweet.
Good.
To go with the salt from the mozzarella.
Although there is something texturally really good about a chilled marinara. And this is very pedestrian, and maybe this is a Michigan thing, but there's a pizza chain that's around here that does breadsticks, but when you get the crazy sauce, as they call it.
What's it called?
It's like ice cold. Little Caesars.
Oh, we have Little Caesars out here on the West Coast.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no, there's a new Midwest one coming out here that we've heard about that is building their first one in Seattle, and I really want to try it. It's called Jet Pizza.
Oh my God, Jet's Pizza. Okay, we can talk.
Jet's is good.
Jet's is good. Do a light bake, otherwise it's super greasy.
I'm just telling you, they are building their first one in Seattle, like a mile from my house.
Get the ranch.
Expensive, but good.
Get the ranch. You can buy it in bottles.
Is it Seattle expensive? Or regular expensive?
I don't know what that means. So
Boodly-doo. Back to our regular episode.
Back to the show.
Come on, everybody who's watching is having a good time. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, admit it. This has been fun to watch.
This is good.
All right. Your food comes out about 15 minutes later. Zed, your chicken breast is just perfectly cooked. Juicy without being dry, which is always the risk with straight chicken breast.
Yep.
And the feta is fresh. So is the romaine. Like with that nice crunch.
How is this food at this shitbox burger place so good?
Ch0wn, you realize that the shitbox places sometimes have the best food. Your burger comes out, and the ratio of the toppings to the burger, the double steak, is just perfect. Like you get the crunch and the sweetness and the sourness from the pickle and everything, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is what the doctor ordered.
Back home, you look for these kind of places because most of the food is farm sourced, so you occasionally will get real meat, real ingredients. Especially when you see the people around here who aren't chipped, they're bringing in like grown stuff to trade for sols so they can do stuff and get shit faced.
They're probably just taking that and cooking it, right? They're not just throw it in the fridge.
I mean, they probably go through it quite a bit, but I mean, you can't see this, but there's probably 3/4 of this crowd isn't chipped.
Zed, as you eat your chicken sandwich, it's the first time in probably a week that you can feel your body, like the tension around your shoulders and neck, like, because you've just been like keyed, like ready to go.
Oh yeah, I've been nonstop researching, thinking,
and
planning,
just ready for a fight.
Also
right?
that.
This is the first time you felt your shoulders drop in about a week.
And you said we were sitting at like a 2-top on bar stools, right?
Yeah, on a high top.
High top.
On a high top. That's what I meant. So yeah, as I'm sitting, I'll kind of stretch back a little bit. Feeling good.
Ch0wn, this food is just decadent. Again, that burger, like you finish it off and you're just like almost drew like, oh man, that was just
like I want another one, but there's no way I could eat another one.
She was right about the potatoes. It's just the right amount of heat without going over the top where it overwhelms it.
Okay.
And it's not too many potatoes. It's just the right like 6-ounce portion size where you don't feel too full after you finish both.
Mm-hmm.
She pops back around for a minute. She's like, I see we ate. What did we think?
That was great. That was amazing.
Compliments
Thank you.
to everybody.
Look, we do this for the word of the mouth. Our place is a hole in the wall. We're nobody, but everybody who comes always comes back. So are you two going to come back?
Every single time I'm in Vegas, this will be a stop.
Yeah.
She's like, she looks at that. She's like, you look like the gourmet. So you tell me how was the chicken cooked right?
Yes. Very good. Very excellently done.
And the sours?
Were you cooking it or did someone else cook it?
No. Our chef, he is amazing. He is one of my bestest friends, right? He does an amazing job. And your sours, they're good?
Yeah. Very good sours. Nice flavor.
I'll take a third.
Okay.
Ch0wn's on their second. So.
Oh, wait. She's like, wait. How do you feel about peach?
I love peach.
Okay. I
like a good peach.
I have a wonderful peach sour.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Same peach, same brewery. Peach sour. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. Will you please try it for me?
Sold. Bring it all.
Absolutely.
You hear music in the background. It's kind of a mixture of like big band with hip hop, which is pretty hip right now.
Is there a dance floor?
A little tiny one. It's literally about 12 by 12.
Yeah.
Feet, right? Checking. Could be meters. I don't know. It's the future.
Yeah, I'll just sit there and hang out until the next round of drinks comes, and I'll ask when it does show up what is on the menu for desserts.
She goes, so we have a wide dessert menu, but would you like a recommendation?
You haven't steered us wrong yet.
Okay. So 2 things depending on your taste. Okay. The creme brulee, amazing, right? And I love that little cricky crack, right? It's wonderful. She goes, the other thing, my favorite thing in the world, it's angel food cake, right? The lightest angel food cake you've ever had, top of strawberries and our fresh creme fraiche with powdered sugar.
Ch0wn's looking a little flushed. It's like, yes.
Yeah, one of each, and we'll split them.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, we'll split them. Sure.
So she brings them back, and with them she has two more of the sours that you didn't order. She goes, these are compliments of the gentleman at the end of the bar.
Do we recognize the gentleman at the end of the bar?
No, he looks to be about 5'9", kind of a lithe build. You can't quite pick out an ethnicity. Pretty mixed. He's wearing very much grounder gear, right? Right now he's got on kind of like a black tank with a leather vest over it, right? Pant like a almost like a leather pant, right? But looser, right? So to be good on the road. High fitting boots that are rolled down below his knee. And he sees when Zed looks over, he makes eye contact and kind of winks.
I'll give him a little salute with the drink.
You've got a fan.
He raises his shot glass and pounds it back and winks back at you.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't be a fan of me?
I mean, you are adorable. Even our waitress says that.
And I'm sure it's the first time she's ever flirted to get a good tip.
She's not wrong. And Ch0wn kind of leans over and like pokes Zed's left cheek. It's like, you have cute cheekbones.
I work very hard for those cheekbones. Yes, thank you.
I've seen your morning routine, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
So your dessert arrives with another drink, and as your dessert arrives, she hands it off to you, and she smiles and walks away. The guy who's at the end of the bar approaches your table.
I think like about 2 or 3 minutes before this, like right before she brought the food, Ch0wn got up to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's been
quite a few drinks. Yeah.
6 drinks now. Yeah.
So that person approaches the table and kind of looks at you, Zed. He has 2 glasses with him. He goes, "Could I interest you?"
I really, really appreciate it. I think I'm kind of hitting my limit tonight, though.
He's like, "One more, let me tempt you." And he says it very deeply, like with like a gravelly tone.
Can I insight check him? Do I feel like this is just a come on line, or do I feel like he's maybe a bad guy?
Give me an insight check.
Wait, hold on. Math. Sorry.
While he's doing that, this is your
32
again, content warning.
32.
He is. You've got a bad vibe, like really bad vibe.
So with this happening, is Ch0wn at the table with us, or are they coming back from the?
Ch0wn's on their way back at this.
On their way
point.
back, not yet.
Okay. So
I think they got like waylaid by our waitress.
So he says he's going to tempt me. I size him up. You know, friend,
He's like,
I appreciate.
he puts his hands to your lips. He's like, "Someone as pretty as you should not talk so much." And he reaches his hands out to your hips and starts rubbing on your hip. He's like, "You are very pretty."
Thank you. How about?
He goes, "How about we go somewhere private?"
How about I just pay off your tab and send you on your way?
He's like, "I don't need money, baby." He's like, "And somebody as cute as you doesn't need to pay." And his hand slides from your hip down to the top of your buttocks. And then his other hand slips down between your legs.
Oh.
As he starts to lean closer. Ch0wn, as you're walking back, you can see this guy kind of leaned over Zed's neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of see where this guy's hands are placed, and then you see the look on Zed's face.
Ch0wn walks up behind this 5'9" rounder dude, all 5'3" of them, and reaches up and just does the 3 taps on the shoulder.
He kind of like tilts his head back and looks at Ch0wn. He's like, "Can I help you? I'm busy with something." As he starts to rub inside between your legs.
My friend wants what you're selling.
Zed, he's like, "Hey, bitch, how about you mind your business?"
Oh, that was so dumb, dude.
Remembering everything that Maxi taught them over the past year, she is going to basically reach around underneath one of his arms, get his arm like up under his neck, like grab his shirt and like turn and throw him off of Zed.
Make an attack roll. That's where we start rolling dice. Ooh.
I really should write down like attacking with nothing. That would be a That would be a 13.
No, so he slips the rollout
Mm-hmm.
and comes into a high thing behind Zed. And has kind of got his hand like caressing Zed's neck. Roll initiative.
Yep. Okay, why does this die just want to keep rolling 13s? What the hell?
So what's that bring your total to?
13.
Okay. Zed.
Where's my initiative? It's been so long since I played.
It's underneath the stat wheel.
Since we've had to play combat.
Since we've had a combat. Where
Has it been this season?
No,
I don't think we've been
no.
combat this season.
We haven't.
I'm pretty sure I have a 7.
We generally only have like 3 per season. All right. So the person holding Zed right now, he kind of keeps a hold of Zed around the hip and now is maneuvered kind of behind Zed and basically is taking a swing at your groin, Ch0wn, with his right boot. What are you doing to counter?
Probably bringing my left thigh up to take the impact and block from like any real damage.
Okay, roll the hit.
I have martial arts, so I can use that proficiency,
Yes,
which
you
I
can.
forgot to do the first time. So that is a 14.
Oh yeah, you successfully like bring it up and kind of glance it off of your thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And now it is your turn. Again, so he's kind of maneuvered behind Zed. He's still got kind of one hand over Zed's hip in between Zed's legs, and then one around Zed's neck.
I'm going to make a determination check to try and shift my perceptions a little bit. That is a wonderful roll. I love you so much right now. That is a dirty 20.
So this is the first time that this has happened. Dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
You not only can't sense the 3 directions he's about to go, but you get his intentions.
Okay.
If this guy can beat you, he's taking Zed.
All right, then. I look at him, I go, hands off my man.
Zed, it is your go.
All right, so he's got one of his hands like not choking Zed, but at his neck.
Yes.
All right, so my hand, Zed's hand, is going to come up and like grab him by the thumb, and like try to pressure point twist to not really pull him off, but just like peel him off and kind of ease out of it. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Give me an attack roll.
Oh, that was so bad. That's a very low number. Yeah, that's a 10.
No, you don't. And then he kind of clamps his hand down on your neck, not hard enough to really choke you, but like just to cause some real discomfort.
These fucking robot arms.
It's his turn now. So he kind of clamps Jed back and he's like, he looks at Ch0wn and is like, you see him reach into his back waistband and pull out like a pistol and be like, you don't want any of this. Do you understand me? I'm going to take this with me. Ch0wn, it's your turn.
I'm going to go for the disarm.
So you're in quantum state right now.
Mm-hmm.
Based at the end of the last thingy. You've essentially slowed down into us things. So how are you doing the disarm? You can see his hand moving in various directions. Mm-hmm. What would you like to do? You've never felt it this deep and
Clearly.
like timelined out. Like you are in a feud right now.
Okay. He's kind of brought the gun down in like almost a half gangster turn.
Yeah, like a 45 degree.
Yeah, and Ch0wn's going to just reach up with both hands and do a cross slap at his wrist and then catch it when it comes down.
Now, are you using any quantum abilities to do this, or are you relying on your natural combat abilities?
I'm just going to try natural combat at this point.
Okay.
I'm still trying to keep a little bit of a low profile.
Okay. Give me a d20 roll. Give me an attack roll.
With advantage on this?
Oh, no, but you've got a bonus, so it'll apply after the fact.
Okay. That is a 22.
So without realizing it, not only do you do the slap, you pop it back, and before you realize what you've done, you're now, so Zed's face is kind of pressed against yours here, because you are in that guy's face with the gun in his eye. And you've got the back of his head. Zed, you're kind of pressed between Ch0wn and this guy.
I'm just the cream filling of the
Right.
cookie sandwich.
And what was it you said, Ch0wn? You were like,
I don't even remember at this point. It was good, though, I think. Oh, you're not taking my man?
yes. And give me an intimidate check. And again, I'm going to apply a bonus to
We
it.
use the big die for this one.
Oh, he rolled
That is a 2. What does intimidate off of?
charisma.
I has some of that. Actually, it has quite a bit of that. That's a 16.
You literally like jam in his eye. That's going to be a black eye later, right? And you can barely hear your own voice, right? Like it doesn't, to your own ears, you know you're saying it, but it doesn't sound like you to you. Like you almost scare yourself.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Basically. But you've got that gun pressed into his eye, and you see him drop immediately, Zed, and then you actually hear dripping as he begins to pee on himself.
Go back to whatever little bitch spawned you and get the fuck out of here.
And he literally like stumble runs out of the bar.
And without really thinking about it, Ch0wn drops the like with one hand, drops the magazine, racks the slide to disarm the gun, and then sets the gun with the slide still locked open on the table and looks over at Zed, kind of blinking out of the quantum state. It's like, you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. That was something.
Your waitress actually comes running over right at the point. She's like, oh my God, are you two okay? Please come with me. And she starts ushering you toward like a back room.
Like I feel like Ch0wn and Zed would probably like be like, oh no, we're fine, but it happens so fast that they just get bustled into this back room.
That whole sequence took about 8 seconds from the time the guy grabbed Zed to when he ran.
So we would probably be protesting a little bit, but going along because it was just such a adrenaline rush
we're fine.
moment.
It's okay.
She brings you into this little room with like an 8-person table. It looks like it's normally used for like a party or an event. She sets you down in these cushy chairs, and then she's back like 10 seconds later with like a pitcher of water, like plain water. She's like, oh my God, are you two okay?
Yeah. Oh, we're fine.
Yeah, we're okay. It's just
fine.
Yeah, he was out of line. No harm done.
She's like, no, I'm so sorry. I would not have brought those drinks over. That guy, oh my God, that was, I don't even know.
Let's just settle up and get out of here.
She sits down next to you. She goes, no, I already talked to the guy. It's on us. We apologize. That was a security breach on our part.
At least let us pay his bill. You shouldn't be out his money.
Are you sure?
I want to come back here. Of course I'm going to treat you well.
She goes, you two are so sweet. She pours you both glasses of like just a below room temperature water. She's like, drink some water, please. It will make you feel better, I promise. Do you need some Tylenol or anything? She like puts her hand on Zed's knee very gently. She's like, are you okay, sweetie?
I'm fine. Why don't you just let us catch our breath and
I'll be right back. She takes your because you give her like the chip run for the 1 bill, Ch0wn. She leaves for a minute.
You get a Quancom message, Zed, that just says, "You are okay, right?"
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
I think she's just being super friendly, not in a creepy way.
Yeah. Yeah. I just had a bad stumble when he grabbed me.
No, you definitely get this sense that she really feels bad about what just happened.
Yeah.
Because that guy went from buy them a drink to way
Full
up,
on. Yeah. Way up. Yeah.
really fast. She comes back with the thing for you to sign, and she goes, "I'm sorry. Sometimes the grounders, they get insane." She goes, and she looks at Ch0wn. She's like, "You? Oh my God, that was a bad." She's like, "That thing that you did with the gun." She's like, "That was amazing."
One of my best friends taught me that.
She's like, "You are an absolute badass. If you ever need a table here, please just call me." She like chips you out her contact info. She's like, "I'm so glad you like the food, and we're so sorry."
No, there was nothing wrong with the service or the food.
We're so sorry though that this has got to be a horrible experience.
In the past year we've had, that's really not all that bad, honestly.
A lot of horrible experiences. This is fine.
Yeah, this is actually kind of like a Saturday afternoon.
She's like, "That's kind of frightening, but I love you both."
Believe me, it's worse.
You're
worse
both,
on this end.
You're both very sweet. And she gives like Ch0wn a little peck on the cheek. She's like, "You are a badass."
He is normally too. I think he was just surprised.
Yeah. She's like, "You are very brave." And she kisses you on the forehead.
Oh, thank you.
She goes, "Remember, I'm Rebecca. I love you both. You're welcome to just hang out here, drink some water until you're ready to go."
Thank you, Rebecca. Is there a back way out just in case
she points
Mr.
you to
Pants is waiting
to
outside?
a backside exit out of this room?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll head out.
Yeah. And I think as they're heading, probably at this point, Ch0wn's just like, "Why don't we just go back to our hotel?"
Yeah, that's fair.
You can probably tell me a little more about the party. Like, you've decided on a theme.
Why don't we go? Well, let's get off the street. Let's go back to the hotel first.
You want to walk or just take a taxi? Wait, there's really no taxi. I mean,
Yeah, there's
okay,
auto cabs. They're drone cabs.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's walk. Though. I feel fine walking.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that I feel dirty. That guy's gun hasn't been cleaned in probably years.
Do you still have the gun, Ch0wn?
No, I left it on the table.
Okay.
No, I cleared the chamber and dropped the mag and like put it all on the table. So
As you get back to the
not
hotel
all of
room,
that one of them, sorry.
Zed, you get a text. It says most surveilled city. It's from Adelaide. She says most surveilled city on the planet. ... Are you okay?
Yeah, we're peaches and cream, boss. It was just a
Ch0wn, you get a text from Adelaide. Just says, it's like emojis that just says rock star.
I guess there was cameras there too. And Ch0wn holds up their glow.
yeah. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you there were so many. I told you.
I told you. Look, remember when I got here? I told you. And then you told me. Now I'm telling you back.
As long as we keep telling each other, we'll never forget it.
Is he still snoring? What
No,
in the actual
You
hell?
don't actually hear any noise.
Oh, okay. Thanks for yes-anding me, Alex.
Is the door locked?
Nope.
I opened it a bit just to see if he's still in there.
He is. There's vomit all over the floor.
Ugh.
But you notice something that wasn't there last time you saw him, which is a giant pitcher of water. So it looks like he got out at one point, grabbed a pitcher of water, drank about half of it, and went back to sleep.
So I don't want to walk.
But he's still
over to him.
breathing. He's still breathing.
That's what I'm checking on.
You can
Yes.
see movement of his chest.
Okay. And especially with my cyber gear, I can
Yep, you're
sense
good.
his bodily functions.
His general function, like he's obviously bad, but not dead.
He's not dead. He's
Nope.
not dying. Okay.
You're fine.
He's double D, dehydrated and drunk.
Yep.
I'll close the door again. We're gonna make him clean that up 100%. I'm not going in there. Well,
Should we hide the cleaning utensils too? No, we want it actually clean.
yeah. Maybe we can make a little wake up package for him with some breakfast and the cleaning supplies.
As long as he doesn't get confused and try and drink the cleaning supplies.
Good point. All right. That'll be the second. Breakfast first, then here's a cleaning bucket.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then the puke bucket too, because if he has to clean that up, he's probably gonna like sympathy barf.
The nightly room service run has come up with coffee and dessert, which you've now gotten used to.
Mhm.
It's a decaf coffee with a light condensed milk cream, which is just slightly sweet, and then some light pastries.
So are these these aren't the bougie
No,
things, right?
no. This is the hotel still.
No, I'm asking Zed.
No, this is what we've been. This is regular. This is every night. This is regular.
Right, I know, but why is this not that? Is it because this isn't deep fried?
Yes.
Okay, because this one has powdered sugar on it.
Yeah, but it's how it was cooked.
Right, it's not deep fried.
Yes. And the dough's a little bit different, and the composition's a little bit different. It's like, look, it's the same food, it's just different shapes, and that makes it different names and different prices.
So could it also be a sandwich?
You know, if we put some bacon and cheese between two of them,
Well,
yes.
if you realize, like, if you have a filled donut, you have 2 layers of dough with things in the middle. That makes it a sandwich, right?
Probably.
So donuts are a sandwich.
It feels wrong to agree with you, but I can't fight the logic. So yes.
Okay, what's going on with this party? Why are you being cagey about it? I'm Bosco's assistant. I should probably know the deets. I can't believe I just said deets.
Well, you're getting into the role. No,
what color hair is Bosco's assistant need to wear this time?
Okay, so do you want the plans? Do you need a break? Are you good? I mean, badass moment. Do you need to relax a little bit?
No, we just spent an hour and a half walking, Zed.
Okay. So
I'm happy that there's air conditioning.
Yeah. So I'll go back to the main table and I'll pull up the holo displays. And I will start with not a wireframe, but a holo display of the club that we're going to, the strip club that Bosco's taking over.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, okay, so, and on a side menu, like a side screen. Okay, so we've got the social media going. Everyone's heard about this thing. The guest list is filling up. We rejected the first 100 people that wanted to come just to build it up a little bit. Vix took care of all that for us. We're going to have the red carpet rollout. Party's going to start at 5.
5?
Too early.
Yeah.
Way too early.
Bosco knows what he's doing.
All right. Like,
The party starts at 5. No one's expected to show up until 6:30. Bosco doesn't roll in until 9.
okay.
The plebes come in, they're spending money, they're getting drunk, they're buying food before the actual party starts.
Which is 10.
Yes.
Okay. For a minute there, you had me worried. I thought maybe you didn't have enough oxygen or something.
Just trust me. I know what I'm doing. And then the overall plan
Ch0wn grabs a thing of coffee and starts sipping it.
So overall plan, you and I will be there in character. We will kick the party off. We'll preside. We will make sure that Elio is there. We'll maneuver him into a private area. We will easily restrain him, given the nature of the party. We'll grab Vixen's kit, double up, spoof all his information, and then head off to the lab.
I have a question you haven't answered yet.
Okay.
What is the nature of the party? You keep alluding to it, but you haven't said anything yet.
You didn't see the text earlier to Adeline? It's a BDSM party.
And that's where we're ending tonight's episode. Is right there. So next week, or 2 weeks from now, we will pick up with another episode of Chaos Inc. with Maxi back for the BDSM party.
Ain't no party like a...
Hey, look, this is where this thing... They went to a spicy club. Actually, it wasn't even a strip club. Let's just call it what it was. It was a brothel. Okay? In season 1, ever since Dot came in, everybody's just horny on Maid. Like, look, we're leaning into this.
Whoa, let's not throw Dot under the bus.
Yeah, let's definitely. There was horny on Main simmering. There was just an additional ingredient.
Dot pushed it over the edge, and Dot would admit that, given the chats that she's had tonight with us in the private cast channel. And I love you, Dot. You brought it all out of them. You made them cross the line. I love it. That's just where this show's going. Okay. Caleb, where can people find you on the internet?
I might not be on the internet anymore after tonight. I don't know.
This was not that bad.
No, I am on the socials at the Caleb G. You can hear me every week here on the Identico stream, because on weeks where I'm not Zedding it up, I'm also the game runner for Neon Trails,
which is our other Tuesday episode show. We have Identico every Tuesday.
And then coming up in November, we will be in Dayton for a Catacon, November 3rd through 5th.
And I finally talked to Mallo. Identico is going to be there this year. I may not be there, but Identico will be in the form of Mallo Man. It's going to happen.
Looking forward to that.
We just saw the sponsor. We just saw the badge holders that you sponsored. Excellent. Great quality.
Nice.
Mallo's been handling. Because of all the game store stuff, I am so out of the loop.
I'm just giving you credit. I'm letting you know how good it is. You're doing great.
We've sponsored a Catacon for years now, and this is the first time Identical will have a presence, and I'm just so happy. Yeah. I'm literally gonna try and do like a last minute flight out. But it's literally going to be one of those. It's going to be a last minute decision for me.
If it happens, it happens, and there's room for you. If anyone out there wants to get a badge for a Catacon, badges at a discount are still on Kickstarter for another week. After that, we will be having badges available at full price on tabletop.events. And of course, you can get them at the door in November. All kinds of great stuff happening. More karaoke, a swap meet. Catacon Junior, if you want to, if you've got your next generation kids playing with us, tons of vendors, all kinds of good stuff.
Kaylee, where can folks find you?
You can find me mostly over on TikTok and Blue Sky at Anime Girl. I still do have a Twitter account, but I don't really post there much anymore. But that's where I'm mostly active on the socials. On every other Tuesday, you can find me right here on this show. Opposite weeks on Monday, you can find me over on the Star Wars stream with Michael, who is not here today. Smugglers Blues. That's youtube.com/@SmugglersBlues. Continuation of our Redemption podcast. This Saturday, you can find me over on the Rourk and Rasp Twitch channel playing a game called Rememorex by Nerdy City. And then I think later next week, I'm playing in Capers Cyber. It's been a crazy month for me and RPGs, so I'm looking forward to that. And you can also find my 3D printing business at rainbowdragonprints.com.
Go check that out.
And you can see some of the stuff that I have up here, dice towers and creatures. And
I have been watching the TikToks and liking all the TikToks. I don't know if Kaylee notices when I like the TikToks.
Big dragons. Yes, I do. I accidentally made a comment on a very big Twitch streamer's post, and I'm getting like 87 likes to that post like every hour, and it's kind of flooding my Twitter, my Twitch notifications. But yeah, you can get cool things like this dragon. Or if you really want to see crazy shit, you can see this badly painted teddy bear Wolverine that I'm going to be putting up in the store.
It's the 97 Wolverine. It's great.
Yep. I can't paint miniatures worth a damn, but I had to paint him just because, I'm sorry, the teddy bear Wolverine was too cute. So,
and Kaylee's going to be a vendor at a Catacon.
Yep.
I will be at a vendor at a Catacon. I believe I'm going to be sitting right next to Mallo, next to the Identico booth.
I'm super looking. Again, it's going to be a last minute decision for me, but I'm hoping to make it out. I know Mallo's going to. Identico will be there finally after 5 years of sponsoring Catacon.
And there is a very small chance that, having heard that all of Identico could be there.
It's possible. I still had the lanyards from the time we sponsored the lanyards for a Catacon that say the purple Identico lanyards from a Catacon. I have them.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've literally sponsored this for multiple years, and this is the first year we're actually going.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super excited.
Hey, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me everywhere at Alex the Humanoid. That's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. What's that? Threads. I'm working on getting everywhere. You can see me tomorrow. I will be on the Gamers Heaven PNW podcast first thing tomorrow morning for the Super Show at 11:30 to 1. You can find me at gamersheavenpnw.com. You can find me at the Gamers Heaven in Linwood, Washington. And hopefully more stuff soon. I'm literally leaving this stream and going to have a meeting about future Identico streams, which are going to be really exciting. So, thank you all for joining us. We love you very much. Thank you for sticking with this episode. I think it was great. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. And come see Neon Trails next week.
Hey, have a good week, people. Bye.
Bye.
You're not what you appear to be. They don't know you like I do. No one knows but me.
Chaos Incorporated is Kaylee as Ch0wn, Michael as Maxi, Dot as Stitches, Caleb as Zed, and Alex is your game runner. You can learn more about the game we play on this podcast by going to www.playidentico.com. You can join us live for these sessions every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific over on twitch.tv/Identico. And you can watch along with past episodes and see additional content like how to play videos over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Identico. And finally, you can follow along with us on the socials at Identico on Twitter and at Humanoid Games on Threads and Instagram. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next week.